Weston Rollins. Coming to do a song called JM. Make some noise for Go! Go!
You make me deep. Since Wednesday night, I'm feeling so happy. Since the charge Monday, I feel like if I win the lottery, I could brag and boast, cause all of you know I am the prophet in Kaiso. Just last year I did tell all you, they would have locked up his backside for true. These people thief all the money, they vacuum the whole treasury. So if all you're against corrupting, sound your voice, let me hear you sing. Panday, the jail is waiting. Panday.
I want to say a pleasant good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
Enough.
Today being Monday,
Corruption in
the 14th day of July,
your part.
2025.
So go, so we are pan.
Another wonderful, wonderful evening.
We not stay.
Go ahead right now
And very slow.
and send a message to a friend, a family.
In the jail, you
Let them know
so go.
there's another class in session program that is happening right now, right here, for another wonderful evening, alright?
You big thief. If your little child come home from school spotting a diamond, you ought to ask the child, where you get that from? And if you ain't do that and wait until the police come, then the police go carry the whole family down. It doesn't lie too much, but they be afraid to say. Since when you know that Oma work in some way, but you feel that nigga stupidity, shut the dancers don't work for that kind of money. My predictions does always come to pass. I know they don't lock up you. Bandy, hey, hey, the jail is waiting.
Imagine singing that song
Bandy.
after the next general election.
Enough. Corruption in US is too much sing that already. You back
However,
reading how to talk.
we are getting ready right now for another conversation.
We not staying on it. And very slow. Bandy no.
But before doing so,
Got
just to remind you of a few events that will be happening. Come Sunday the 27th of July, aboard the Kayak Princess, 50 Shades Dhaka, Green Screens Promotion. They present another wonderful one, alright? Happening aboard the Kayak Princess,
when I see Bass,
DJ Fishman,
Right.
DJ Smiley,
friend,
and MC Big Joe, alright?
tell me,
Boarding time is 1 p.m.,
come in
sailing time 2 p.m.
because it's
I got Chucky's Bar right now in St. George's,
it's Nimakar
Spice Mobile in St. Andrews,
and it's
and Sam out there in Gulf, alright?
Bass is lit
$85 regular ticket, $300 for VIP.
to go discuss.
VIP section
One of them,
includes free food and drinks.
he went up
I think it should be part of the
by them.
VIP section, alright?
Yeah, 300,000 in fish eaten the last month. I know they don't lock up you.
Come this Friday, we at St. David's constituency branch. They present a barbecue sale that will be starting from 1 p.m.
Enough
The menu is a wonderful one.
to sing that.
Last suggest St. David
That call us next.
be a part of this one
Yeah.
happening this Friday.
We
I
not
would make an extra effort to be at St. David's this Friday, alright?
Bandy no. In the jail, boy, you have to go.
Come Thursday, the 31st day of July, After Work Lime will be happening. The Carnival edition. at the NNP headquarters in Tempe, St. George's, starting from 4. Admission is free. Food and drinks, however, will be on sale.
So much for people out here catching the nene. Pandy went and buy.
This Saturday, the 19th July, from 7 a.m. to 11:30,
No about
St. Max Parliamentary Office, they are presenting a breakfast sale.
his son.
$15. The menu includes bakes,
He must be mouth. He
coconut bakes, fried bakes,
don't know about
fried breadfruit,
the boy.
fried plantain, fried cuckoo,
Only for
fried jacks, fried fish, fried chicken, salt-free sauce,
I know.
smoked herring, all served with cocoa tea. If you do one tiny log, that would be only $8, alright?
wait. Pandy. All you take.
Sugar Palace Promotion, they present the Soca Monarch happening at Dragon Bay in Marling, St. George's on Saturday the 26th day of July. The registration is only $25. Your winning price is $500, $300, $200 respectively. The defending champion, Juice the Voice, powered by Fearless Song System. Live performances will be happening by top artists. Sponsors will be Class Code, Campari, Coca-Cola, Carib, and Dragons Bay, alright? Hosted by yours truly, Royalty James. So make a special effort to be part of this one, alright?
Make some noise for Coco!
Alright, so we're going to take this one right down here. So don't forget to be a part of all the events that are happening. And even if you are not in Grenada and you want to be here, yes, you want to be here for the summer vacation, feel free to do so. So we're going to jump into our conversation today. I know many of you guys, many of you guys would be on the social media platform and have been seeing what is happening. But I want to start with this conversation today because ever so often, you know, we tend to want to sound intelligent. We just want to sound smart and intelligent. And like sometimes we forget the basic conversation that leads us to why someone or something would want to share the sentiment that they are or will be sharing. Yes, the present caretaker in the St. David's area recently made a Facebook post. And that Facebook post that was shared by the caretaker, in it you could see the sentiment being expressed in that of, you know, understanding. And let me read the Facebook post for you. It says, I am truly happy to see that the new St. David's Catholic Secondary School is finally being built to replace the current facility, which has long been outfit for proper use. The project is not just about blocks and cement. It is about giving our students a safe, dignified space to learn and create much needed employment for many in our community. That alone is commendable and worth celebrating. Understand in the first paragraph, the understanding, the acknowledgement that even if she supports the NNP or would have supported the NNP, understanding that it is a project that had to have happened. Yes? She went on to say, however, I've seen a flyer circulating about construction jobs for this government project, and it raises real concerns. The flyer doesn't mention any ministry or official government agency. Instead, it features the Prime Minister's personal logo and name and ask people to contact a number directly if they're interested in work. That's not a public employment. That's not how public employment should work. A taxpayer funding project should be advertised through the proper ministry or contractor, which is clear and with fair process that gives everyone an equal chance, not through the personal branding of a politician. This kind of approach blurs the line between public service and political promotion. And it seems the wrong messages that opportunities depend on who you know or who you support. We can't afford to play politics with people's livelihood. The people of St. David, skilled and unskilled, deserve transparency, fairness, and equal access to opportunities. Public jobs are not personal favors. It is a time to restore integrity and proper process in how we do business in this country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for some reason, and I'm searching, I've been searching for the post for a few days now, and I have not laid my fingers on it. But somehow or the other, our dear sister, number 10, saw some issues with that. And even when it was mentioned by when it was mentioned by the political leader, she also took offense of that also. But ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. What we have heard from the Prime Minister himself, as it relates to persons not particularly supporting and not knowing who they support, are the ones that are going to prefer, if the circumstances arise, that the National Democratic Congress would have to select persons to get an opportunity in Grenada. So when the Prime Minister ministry or the Prime Minister's logo is posted as it relates to persons seeking jobs, I see the point raised here by the caretaker as a very meaningful one. Because it means that if the Prime Minister uses his personal office, knowing what he has said before, if he uses his personal office and is asking persons to make application through that aspect, it contradicts the fact that the opportunity will be given justly. Yes, it means that, as he said, the people that he knows or the people that supports the party are going to automatically be preferred. So I don't know if the dear sister didn't understand that is the merit in which the caretaker would have voiced her concerns. Because at the end of the day, we know what he said. We heard what he said. We know and we have heard what he would have said. So when he makes a flyer that says, construction workers needed for building the new St. David's Catholic School, skilled or unskilled, and he goes on, job site at Malmont and so on. We are concerned based on the statement that he made before, on the mere fact that, hey, we're going to know who we are. That is why the other side get in. So our concern is not based on what the Prime Minister did in the capacity of seeking the interests of persons within his constituency, but the mere fact that he had already outlined that the fact remains that if he gets the opportunity, more or less, to know who his supporters are, they are the ones that are going to benefit. But this is a taxpayers project, and it means that every Grenadian, skilled or unskilled, yes, you may be looking for persons within your constituency, but it means that if we have to go far and wide to find those persons that are skilled enough to get the work done, because we're talking about a secondary school. We're talking about the livelihood of our young stars within the area. But ladies and gentlemen, it's like ever so often, this is one of the individuals in politics that I believe at this stage, if she remains silent, she will be heard more. Yes? Instead of trying to critique everything, there's an understanding that must be heard much louder. Understand what has been said and understand why it has been said instead of trying to look for a little fame. So understand that is the justification used in this scenario, because your prime minister is standing and say the other side is getting because we don't know, and then he puts out a flyer stating that the skilled and unskilled will come, as if we believe that he's going to be just, or the persons selecting are going to be just in selecting those persons for the job. People believe that we're crazy. Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, one of our main concerns here falls on miscongeniality. But I have a 5 minutes long clip that I want to play from our caretaker in the St. John's area, Brother Alvin Dagrio. And I want you to grasp from it experience, understanding, and what a politician requires. Listen to it.
I would like to empathize with the people of Cloget. They are isolated. So I want to take this opportunity to call on the MP for St. John and the Minister of Infrastructure, who is also the Prime Minister, to operate a shuttle service so that the people in Cloget could be shuttled to here. And then you have another shuttle at the bottom that will take them to Guelph so that they could go to the market, go to the groceries, go to the doctor, whatever business that they have. So anytime you're doing a project like that, you definitely do not want to do it in the rainy season up here. Do it in the dry season. But it just shows you again the lack of leadership and the lack of thought that was put into this. And the MP for Guelph, she has this as a flagship project. She should be embarrassed to put that there. I'm not sure what she was calling a success. Maybe it's the excavator she's looking at as an accomplishment, but definitely not this disaster that's happening here.
But I must say the road as it is here now is affecting me very bad, and it's not only me, the whole community. And as for me, a person that now starting a business, like about 6 months ago to about 8 months, it's very hard for me. And a morning time when I could have take a half an hour sleep late, right now I have to get up a whole hour before to make myself available to come down early, either to walk or we put together with a taxi, or we just walk to reach part of the way to get right. But I must say, you know, it's very saddening to see the whole situation here. I even feel sad for the owner of the house, and I know it is affecting each and every one of us, and I'm so happy to know that school had closed before. I'm wondering now what will take place the time of school reopening, you know.
The whole area is affected, and to go Grenville is money. From the time you leave home is money. You have to spend money to drop you to Grenville. You don't know where you're getting the money. So you go to Grenville to buy, how you getting it back up? You have to hire transport. Same thing as Guelph, you have to hire transport to go down Guelph. You have to hire to come back up, and you cannot buy things to come up. The shopkeepers and them have it hard too. Sales still not coming. So it's hard in the village for everybody. All you passing in and out, it's hard. It's hard for the elderly, sick and everybody. Because if any sickness, ambulance have to come, where to call. When you call, you have to answer all questions before you may get through, you may not get through. And it's hard on everybody's side. So we're looking for something more to be done to help us out in Cloget.
You see the state of the step where they make for we walk on this. You walk a Sunday, you can lose your balance at any time. You understand me? And the road not safe, none at all. It can go at any time. This is the condition that we up here, so we have to park the car them down there so and walk home. We in a weather season now. So going to market now. Look at the challenge that we have. Right. So going to market and we have to go look all of the stuff them to come back up. We don't know what is gonna happen.
It's sad because I'm looking at the gentleman house next door to me and I've seen that the effort that he have placed in it to build his house, and him himself now seeing what he have done, he does not know if the house would stand or would just cave away, just as they say. And it's sad for him and for me being really short and have to pass all the way around in order to come here.
It's very unfortunate, and it appears that there's a lot that has happened here that the human factor was responsible for, and this is not just an act of nature.
So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, as you can hear the caretaker expressing his empathy, his understanding as it relates to the area, and basically verbally reaching out to person or persons responsible to ensure that what can happen happens in that area. In the comment section, I took one from the comment section that said, you should have done it when you was in power. Now someone take up the project, you're complaining, it will soon benefit the community. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me say this. At this stage, I want to say this openly. Supporters alike, everybody. We are dealing with a serious issue when it comes to politicians and the political support. You know, however, so often when a child is delinquent and you speak to the mother, you speak to the grandparents, you say, you often hear the terminology said that they have no reasoning for the children. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is the point that we are in Grenada, whereby even supporters of the National Democratic Congress administration defends them even in wrong. And that in itself is frightening. Because if I am in support of you, or I am supporting you, and I can't tell you when you're wrong, I am basically setting you up for failure. If I am the coach of a football team, and I can't tell a player or players when they are not doing the right thing, and I am only supporting them and can only encourage them when they are doing something that I believe is right, it only means that they don't even understand failure or shortcomings. It only means, ladies and gentlemen, that I cannot even see and even give advice in regards to whether or not my team is going to be successful or fail through my support. I know many of you guys would have seen it in recent weeks where we posted where Brother Williams, Andy Williams, before the general election, he preached to the whole of Grenada whether or not Grenadians can eat road and all these things that was mentioned. To date, this is a gentleman that is preaching and posting to the Grenadian public as it relates to roads, and projects. And to him, he's the best thing. We are in a position here that frightens me most, not just on the supporters, on the politicians, but even yesterday, I was taken aback when the Governor General would have again reinstated the members of the Integrity Commission. Don't know how many of you guys are aware of it, but it happened. It happened. And it is baffling because we have recently had allegations where a parliamentary representative and the PRO of the National Democratic Congress openly mentioned that he would have gotten confidential information from the Integrity Commission. We have not heard any redress on that situation. Instead, what we have heard is that the persons were basically given the job to do again. Now, my intention in today's program is to be brief. My intention is to be brief in today's program. But I want to leave you guys with something important. Supporters of the New National Party, wake up. Wake up. Because what I'm seeing in Grenada, in terms of support and what have been accepted or what is being accepted, is frightening. And if we don't pull ourselves together, because I would say this to all NMP supporters, we have an election to win. We have an election to win. These guys constantly fail on every juncture that they have been given. Trust me on that. The things that you see they're praising is not putting monies in the pockets of the farmers and the fisher folks and others. They are basically beating the chest for nothing. We ought to come together as a people, as a party, because let me say to you, below seems way different from on top. Take it from me. What you're getting on the ground, and for those of us who have been doing those movements and with the caretakers and MPs, the voice and the echo of the people, or the voice and echo of the people on the ground, is not the same. It's definitely not the same. So take it from me when I say to you, let's do what has to be done. Let's do what has to be done, NMP supporters. Stop sharing the memes and the dislikes that we're getting from them. Focus on what is happening. See, a gentleman would have posted yesterday the mere price of 2 items. 2 items. Pack of rice and a Maggi chicken soup. Posted that yesterday. 2 items. $11.55. $11.55. Now, if this is not alarming, then I don't know what is. Ladies and gentlemen, stay woken. Take it from me. It may seem that it is all well and good now. It may seem that way to some of them. It may seem so. But the ordinary man does not see those things in the manner in which we're seeing it. Listen to this from a today seated MP.
We are seeing roads being built, and I'm saying to myself, boy, can we eat road? Can the single mother who doesn't have a job, can she eat road? We are seeing roads being built, and I'm saying to myself, boy, can we eat road? Can the single mother who doesn't have a job, can she eat road? Can the person who is struggling every day, struggling to make ends meet, and now prices are going higher and higher, can they eat roads? I'm not against road, but I'm saying we have to start paying attention to the high cost of living in Grenada. There's no talk about that. Listen, I want you to listen and be alert. There's no talk about any high cost of living, guys. And
see how life is? You watch the jockey and you said to him, why don't he hold the horse properly? Stop it from galloping. And then the minute time you get on the horse, you're holding tighter than the jockey that was there before. Stay woke, ladies and gentlemen. As I said, today is going to be a very short one. And the reason for this, you know, it was the first Monday last week. And so this week, what had to have happened last week, it didn't. So it's going to happen today. And so I don't want to disturb too much. And so I want to say, have yourself a blessed evening. For those of you guys who have seen me recently, they know that I am, you know, I walk with a limp. I am having a little issues with a left foot issue I'm having. So hoping to heal sooner than later. But however, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I want to leave this sentiment with you guys. Pay attention. Stay woke. Stay woke.
Western Rollins. Coming to do a song called JM. Make some noise for Go!
You make peace. Since Wednesday night, I'm feeling so happy. Since the charge Monday, I feel like if I win the lottery, I could brag and boast, cause all of you know, I am the prophet in Kaiso. Just last year I did tell all you, they would have looked up his backside for true. These people thief all the money, they vacuum the whole treasury. So if all you're against corrupting, sound your voice, let me hear you sing. Panday, the jail is waiting. Panday, all your teeth in a not staying on it. And very slow, bandeno, in the jail you just have to go. You big thief. If your little child come home from school spotting a diamond, you ought to ask the child, where you get that from? And if you ain't do that and wait until the police come, then the police will carry the whole family down. It doesn't lie too much, but they be afraid to say it. Since when you know that Oma work in some way, but you feel that nigga stupidity, shut the dancers don't work for that kind of money. My predictions does always come to pass. I know they don't lock up you. Pandy, the jail is waiting. Pandy, all you take enough. Corruption in US is too much, sing that already. Your bank got concrete in Hototo. So we abandon ship, we not staying on it. And very slow, bandeno, this election you've got to go. When I see Bass and Ramesh talking like friends, I tell me children, the world will come into an end. Because it's Bass who say Ramesh is Nimakaram, and it's Ramesh who say Bass is laced with corruption. The only thing them two could discuss is which one of them going to jail first. And yet he went to Guyana, buy them back to look for Obia. 300,000 in fish eaten the last month. I know they don't look of you. Pandy, the chain was waiting. Pandy, all you take enough. Corruption in the US is super sing that already. Your partner call us next to go. So we abandon ship, we not staying on it. And very slow, bandeno, in the jail boy you have to go. So much for people out here catching the linen. Pandy went and buy 2 brand new Mercedes Benz, lying and saying how he didn't know about it, putting the blame on his son-in-law Griffith. If Griffith doing things and he hush him out, he must be doing other things he don't know about. I told him to go and drive in style, was only for a short while. But oil and gas, polish and thing, I know he had to give it to Patrick.